Boo! Hee.
Oh my god!
I did it. Did I do it correctly? I hope so.
You did it. You did perfect.
I hope I did it correctbut otherwise I'm gonna have to do this whole thing again.
Oh no! Sorry, we gotta start over. Gotta start the whole starting tune over. But yeah, hello everyone. Hello. I hope everyone's doing well. Hi, hello. Welcome to episode. Crap. By the way, you are allowed to curse. I have people ask me that sometimes, but yes, you are. Fuck is allowed. Lemon jump scare. Welcome to episode 14 of the Doodle Dialogues, the show where I doodle and with a dialogue. Yep, doodle and then dialogue, but not at the same time. Not at the same time. I hope y'all are having a good night so far. Congrats to Willow on being second and Rizal on being first. Hello. Hi, Mumu. You know that lemon fella? That's crazy. That's Bunko Nisha. Thank you so much for the follow, by the way. Did you come from Lemon's channel? I don't. What do you call your like space? Do you have like a name for your space?
Did you know 2029 has April Fools on a Sunday?
Yeah, cause like I call my area like, oh, welcome to the void, welcome to space, you know?
No, we don't have any fancy things like that.
Do you have like, it's not like if I were to pick one for you, I would say welcome to the orchard. The top hat. Everything is just in a big what's it called? What is the like a bag of holding, but it's just a top hat and then everyone's in the top hat.
A magic hat?
Yeah.
We don't do that. We don't do that kind of thing.
We don't deal in magic hats here. That's crazy. Fridge fruit bowl? Fruit bowl? Guys, welcome to the fruit bowl. Who puts lemons in a fridge? Do you put your lemons in a fridge?
Yes.
Like in the particular time of year, like to stay cool, or just like
it keeps them fresh if you put them in the fridge.
What? I'm sorry, I've never put my lemons in the fridge.
Maybe you should start putting your lemons in the fridge.
Am I a bad lemon haver?
Yes.
Oh fuck, my bad. I'm sorry to offend. Because I know that there are like different ways of storing different fruits. So like with, well, I mean, onions aren't fruits, but like you hang them up and then that's like the way to do it. And then like with other ones, you put them in like a certain way.
I put my onions in the fridge.
Do you just put everything in the fridge?
I just put everything in the fridge. I put my onions in the fridge. I put my carrots in the fridge.
Okay, carrots make sense. That makes sense.
I put anything in the fridge.
Hell yeah, all of it goes in the fridge. I haven't seen a lemon in 5 years. Okay, wait, question. Before we have you introduce yourself, how do you feel about those like plastic lemons with the lemon juice in it that people buy like just for lemon juice?
I don't care.
You're not like offended by it?
No.
Okay, good. Because I have one of those.
If I was offended by every little thing that people did with lemons, you know, I feel like I wouldn't get very far.
I drink that shit? Yeah. You know, that's so true. With how much people are saying when life gives you lemons, make lemonade. I feel like you had to have a thick skin after a while, right?
Yeah.
But guys, speaking of lemons, we have lemon here today. That's crazy. Did you know that? We're here with BigPapaLemon, who's gonna introduce himself in a second. I'm gonna shout him out. But yeah, if you'd like to tell us a little bit about yourself. I know you're having a partner push, and I know that you're a lemon. Yeah.
Hi everybody. My name is BigPapaLemon. I'm a lemon-themed VTuber from Australia, dedicated to making you smile. I'm currently partner pushing. It's draining all of my energy, and you know, it's killing me, but I'm doing it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't really have that much of an intro.
Hell yeah. What's your like spiel when people like rate you? Do you have like a little like elevator pitch?
Yeah, but it's mostly the first part that I just said, and then the end part is just thanking them for the raid.
That's valid. I have, like, a little thing that I normally say, and then I usually forget, like, the majority of it. Or I'll, like, repeat things.
No, I've never forgotten mine. I can say it incredibly quickly.
Okay, wait, say it, like, as fast as you can, like, an auctioneer, if I rated you, like, right now.
Oh, God. Alright. Give me a sec. Hello, everybody. My name is BigPapaLemon. I'm a lemon-themed VTuber from Australia, dedicated to making you smile. If you need to raid and run, I can put the understand, geese, some rest, relaxation, and some lemonade. There you go.
Hell yeah! Good job! Clap, clap, clap. Yippee! What kind of stuff do you normally stream? Because I know you do, like, a little bit of everything. I've seen you do a lot of, like, chatting sort of stuff, but I know you also do, like, the occasional game.
I do both.
Why did that remind me of Markiplier?
I chat and I play games.
What?
I usually do both in one stream.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I try to stick to a variety of things because I want to be a variety VTuber.
Yeah.
Because I like making my life difficult. And I just think it's more fun than playing the same game over and over and over again.
Yeah, that's so valid.
Because at that point, I feel like I would get bored if I continued to play the same game over and over again.
What kind of games do you normally? Do you have like a rotation, or is it just like random, like just spin a wheel and just whatever it lands on?
I usually play Minecraft, Dead by Daylight, Overwatch, Fields of Mystria. I'm currently in the middle of playing Bratz, Flaunt Your Fashion.
Ooh, form your fashion?
Flaunt Your Fashion.
Oh. Bratz like Bratz?
Bratz is in Bratz, yes, the Bratz dolls.
Like the Bratz doll. I didn't know they had a game. Oh, crazy.
They do, and I'm playing it.
Hell yeah.
And then we're gonna be playing My Little Pony. And some other stuff because I just like playing silly games.
Do you tend to lean more towards like more long form things where it takes like a few streams to get through it, like a story game, or something more just like something short that you can just like pick up and put down, or that doesn't really have like a set storyline or anything like that?
I'm really not like what's the word? I'm not too bothered with that stuff. I just pick whatever. If it takes a few streams, it takes a few streams. If it doesn't, it doesn't.
Oh yeah. How long have you been streaming? Because I know it's been like a few years.
10
Enough to what your
years.
partner pushing. 10 years?
I've been streaming for 10 years.
Have you been VTubing that whole time, or have you?
I've been streaming for 10 years, and I've been VTubing for 7. Since late 2019, I've been VTubing.
29. Oh my god, 2019 was 7 years ago. Don't remind me. Oh my god.
Yeah. Yeah,
have you been? Were you a lemon the whole time?
I've always been a lemon. I've always been BigPapaLemon. That's always been my thing, my spiel. This was my very first VTuber model that I used. Well, my first PNG that I used. I sent it to you.
Oh, woo, woo.
That was the first one that I used for a long time.
What? Oh, that's so fun. Hey, God. Showing it out.
And then I switched to a more professional one.
Lemon.
When, you know, taking commissions on Twitter wasn't a bunch of scam artists.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got my first model, and then I've been paying for models after models after models. I think I have like 10 models.
Oh, whoa! Are they all like different styles? I assume.
Yes.
Or, like...
Yes, they are.
What? So this is your most recent one. How long ago did you get this one?
Which one? The
Your
one that I've
current
got.
one.
The one that I've got now.
Yeah. I know it's in the last like year or two, right?
Yeah, probably like 6 months ago.
Whoa! Did you do like a debut? How'd that go?
It was okay. You know, mostly my regulars showed up,
Mm-hmm.
which I'm happy about. But I've learned that it's probably better, maybe not to do debuts.
Oh?
and just do it. Just use it without hyping it up too much.
Was there anything about like the debut in particular that made you think that, or was it more like the prep?
A bit of both, because it's like, a lot of the times when people do debuts, they have this expectation that a shitload of people are going to show up, and they end up getting disappointed that not many people show up, or if any.
That's fair. Yeah.
So I try to save myself the disappointment.
Yeah, I get that.
But I'm still happy that like my regulars showed up to it.
Yeah. No, that's awesome. We could be happy that regulars hype us up. It's awesome. So when you started, was there a difference between like you switching from like whatever you did before to VTubing in terms of like your content or anything like that, or were you just like, yeah, I'm gonna do the same thing except I'm a lemon now?
No, there's been no change in my content whatsoever.
Nice.
Absolutely none. I'm still the exact same as I was 10 years ago.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you have
nothing
anything?
Has changed.
Do you have anything planned for like your like 10 years, like your anniversary, if it hasn't passed already?
Nah.
What?
No, there's no point in doing any of that stuff.
Well, I think there's a point to celebrating things.
It's just another year to me, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It's like you celebrate it and then another year's gone, you know? It doesn't really matter to me.
I suppose.
I will celebrate things if it calls for celebration, but I don't think like, me streaming for 10 years is really worth a celebration.
I suppose, yeah, I can understand that. So your content hasn't changed in like the 10 years. Is that like a conscious choice where it's like, yeah, I don't really see a need for a change? Or was it just sort of something that happened where like time moved and you just didn't really like see a need to change anything?
Well, I mean, my content is usually just based around me being myself, so I don't really feel the need to change that.
Yeah.
I don't need to stop being myself for, anybody.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Though you haven't changed your content, I do know that you've been doing a lot of like different things with other people, like your award show and that that interview show that you're planning on doing, which I would like to talk about. I'm very curious about that. But I would say that like a lot of your content mostly on Twitter has like centered around like uplifting other people, like your what's it called, like your Tell All Tuesdays, for instance. Like you have a lot of things that like showcase other streamers and like hype other streamers up, which I really appreciate personally. I think that's really nice. But I'd love to hear about what led you into doing that, because I think you have you have your Sour Sweetie of the Week, and you also have your Tell All Tuesday, where it's a lot of like advice stuff and like promoting other streamers and like that sort of thing. How long have you been doing that? What made you want to like start hyping up other streamers like that and just like giving advice and like that sort of thing?
I felt that the VTubing space needed more of it. Because when I first joined the VTubing space, it was very niche, and it was still very new, and it was a lot of stuff like that. It was a lot of like people uplifting each other, it was very tight knit, and people generally supported each other, and now because VTubing is such a massive thing and the market is oversaturated with VTubers, there's like thousands and thousands and thousands of VTubers, which I'm not saying is a bad thing. It's
No,
just
not at
it's just the truth that there's lots of VTubers now, and I really don't feel like it's that much of a tight knit community anymore. Instead it feels a little bit more like high school in a way. So I figured, why not try and bring a little bit of the old VTubing into the new VTubing, and support people when they might not receive it.
Yeah.
Make it just a little bit like the old days.
Yeah, that's really admirable is the word I was looking for. Yeah, it's really admirable how like just kind of wanting to bring like more positivity back to the space. I think that's really cool. Which would you say that that's the mindset that led you to making your Vitamin V awards? Which I'd love it if you like talked about that a little bit for those who haven't heard of it, like what it is, how you came up with it, how it works.
Spite.
Spite. Tell me more.
So I watched the VTuber awards back in 2024. Back in October 2024 when that came out, and I watched it and I was like, damn. There's a lot of big names in it. Even the hidden gem category, there was still pretty big names. So I'm like, I made an offhand comment about it on Twitter saying, I'm gonna make my own VTuber award show with blackjack and hookers. I didn't word it like that. But I wanted to make my own award show featuring like small streamers, and it kind of caught on. People kind of saw it and said you should do it. So I'm like, ah, shit. I actually have to follow through with it now.
Ah, damn it.
Like, damn. So I did that. I followed through with it.
And that was back in 2024, right? You said?
Yeah, 2024.
Yeah, what was it like making the first one? Because I assume you didn't have like any experience making it. Was it like overwhelming, or like how'd you get your team together?
It was very, very overwhelming, very, very stressful. Like, don't get me wrong, I still felt satisfaction in the end.
Yeah, for sure.
When everything was done, but during, like, in the moment, while working on everything, it was very, very stressful.
Oh, I can imagine.
Getting the team together was fine, mostly. We got things done in the end, which I'm happy about. I still got the odd. Even here's the thing, right? Even though I specified countless times that I was new to doing this kind of event, that I had never done it before, it was brand new to me. There may be mistakes, there may be things that aren't as fleshed out as they should be. I prefaced that so many times while doing it, and yet I still got comments, I still got DMs. Calling me a clout chaser and calling me fucking all sorts of shit, saying how the awards were terrible and it was a glorified shout out thing, and it's like fucking, I've specified so many times how I've never done anything like this before. Cut me at least a little bit of fucking slack.
No, for real.
You little piece of shits.
Yeah.
And it pisses me off because I try to do something nice for people, and then I get kicked and spat in the face. I'm happy that the majority liked it. Don't get me wrong. I'm very happy the majority of people enjoyed the award show. But it's still annoying getting DMs from people who, instead of giving constructive criticism, would rather just try and kick me in the ball sack and call me mean things.
Yeah, I get that. I'm glad it worked out in the end eventually, though.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, would you, do you think you're gonna do it again?
Not for a while. Not for a while. Don't get me wrong, I like it. I like doing it. It's nice to do something for the community, but it's a lot of work. It's a lot of prep. It's very stressful. I think I need like a year or two off from doing it.
Yeah, no, that's so real.
Before I decide to lose my sanity even more.
That's so valid. But yeah, I'm glad you were able to like pull it off eventually though. That's really nice. Did you like make any new friends in the process or anything like that?
No, not really.
The fact that you're willing to organize something like that is crazy. Yeah, no, props to you, honestly. It's a breath of fresh air, I think.
Look, I just did my best to not make it a circle jerk like most award shows are.
Yeah. But yeah, so you had your award show that you did, and it was awesome, and it was great and fantastic. Tell me about the that like rapid fire interview thing that you were like brainstorming on Twitter. I know it's not like insanely like fleshed out or anything like that yet, but I'm curious as to what your like thought process was behind, or like your inspiration.
I woke up one morning and I was like, I want to do this thing. So I spoke to my manager about it, about the concept of having a stream where I rapid fire interview like 25 to 30 VTubers. They each have like 10 to 15 minutes to answer as many questions as they can about themselves, about their content, about other things. Questions haven't exactly been thought up yet, but we'll get to that point.
Yeah.
I just think it'd be a fun and quick way to get some smaller VTubers' names out there, you know,
for sure.
in rapid succession. So I thought it'd be a fun idea to do something like that.
Yeah. So you're gonna go through with it then?
Probably. I mean, I've mentioned it and people seem interested in it, so I kind of have to now. I've already you know I've already said something, so now I'm like, well, I have to follow through.
Yeah, it's already been cast into the void.
Yeah.
Interesting. But yeah, no, I really like how a lot of your content centers around like uplifting other people. It's really nice. Very cool.
I try my best.
Yeah. What's it called? So I know that your content has stayed similar, like or like the same throughout the years. Has your like attitude towards streaming changed at all? Like, have you taken it more or less seriously? Have you like tried and focus your attention on different things, or like your priorities or anything like that?
I mean, my attitude to streaming has always been like, if it happens, it happens. It doesn't, it doesn't. You know, I try not to set myself up for disappointment, so I don't really have any expectations for anything. Because, you know, if I expect something to do well and it doesn't do well, then, you know, you're gonna end up disappointed. So I'd rather avoid that altogether.
Well, do you have any goals that you're like actively working, like besides partner? Do you have any like other kinds of goals, like meet and greets or like merch or anything like that?
I mean, the only other goal that I really want to complete is getting a plushie made.
Ooh, that'd be
eventually.
fun.
But that's pretty much it. Other than partner pushing, I don't really have any goals.
For sure. Well, would you consider yourself like the type of streamer who's like always working towards something, or is it just like taking it one day at a time, like just stream schedule by stream schedule?
I'm more of a fuck it we ball kind of streamer.
Hell yeah. Was there anything in particular that sort of like led you to that mindset, or is that just a sort of mindset you always had?
Always been. That's all I've always been that way.
Awesome. Very cool, very cool. Do you have like a favorite kind of content that you do? Because I know you do a variety of things, from like gaming to chatting. I'm curious to hear like what your chatting streams are like, because with just chatting, it's a very versatile like category where you can kind of do anything in it. I'm curious to hear like what you typically do, like that sort of thing.
my just chatting portions of my I usually do 2 hours of just chatting and then 2 hours of gameplay, or I do like an hour and a half of chatting or an hour and a half of gameplay, just to have that variety. Because I feel that doing that, just chatting as a category gets you a lot of attention. People are more likely to click on your streams if you're doing just chatting.
I didn't know that.
I don't know. I've personally noticed that. I've noticed that I get a lot more attention when it comes to just chatting. And I feel that, you know, it doesn't work all the time, but I feel that, you know, if you can manage to hook them on just chatting, they're more than likely to stick around for the game. Because it means they're there for you specifically, not so much the gameplay in the background.
Interesting. Yeah, I never thought about it that way.
But when it comes to the portion of my streams that is the just chatting, it's usually unhinged, mostly unhinged. We talk about many things. Sometimes, well, most of the time, I rarely remember what the fuck we talk about. I don't even remember what I had for breakfast yesterday. So, you know, I'm not gonna remember what I talked about a week ago. I wouldn't be surprised if I kept repeating myself every stream, and I just think it's new content. But you know, it's mostly just random topics, random things. Nothing insanely special, you know.
Well, I'd say that every stream is special, because it's like it's different, you know. Nah.
I don't know.
That's fair. Well, is that what made you decide to have it specifically be like a just chatting and gaming like in the same stream versus having them be two different things? Was that like analytical difference?
No, it's because my limit of chatting is about 2 hours. Once I hit 2 hour mark, I cannot think of anything else to say. So so I just move to the game.
That's
to
valid.
keep things flowing smoothly. Because if I chat any longer than 2 hours, then, you know, the stream's just going to be silence for the rest of the stream. Because I cannot think of anything to talk about.
So would you consider it more of like a chatting stream with gaming, or a gaming stream with chatting?
Well, it's half. So
yeah, I was curious about like a chicken.
Either.
Yeah. That's fair. I was just curious about like a chicken and egg sort of situation, if you consider it like one or the other. I remember meeting BigPapaLemon.
I consider it a stream. That's what I consider it. I consider it my stream.
Wise Papa Lemon. I remember meeting BigPapaLemon either through Twitter or when he raided my wife. Sadly, I keep missing his streams. Ah, it sucks. I'm glad you're able to see him now.
Careful, I might steal your wife. I'm kidding.
Hide your wives. Hide your wives.
Hide your wives. Hide your mamas and wives. I'm coming.
Do you have any? So I know you don't want to do like we're putting a pause on Vitamin V Awards. Do you have any plans for any sort of like special events in the near future, just in general, anything like that? Or just like what's like a stream idea that you've been like tossing around in your brain that you haven't executed yet for one reason or another?
I haven't really got any. Gonna be honest, haven't really got any.
Come up with one right now.
One right now?
Yeah. On the spot.
I'm bad at fucking. I'm bad at on the spot things. I don't know. A stream where I go throw eggs at elderly people. I don't know.
Oh my god. Would you ever do any sort of like IRL content?
No. I strictly like to keep IRL and VTubing separate. I value my privacy as a VTuber. I know a lot of people. I know it's very controversial. It's a very controversial topic. you know, saying how, oh, VTubers shouldn't post their face, blah blah blah, ruins the immersion, and I'm like, well, you know, if you want to post your face, you want to post your face. Like, that's, you can't control what other people can and can't do. If they want to do it, then, you know, they're allowed to do it. You have no say in the matter.
Oh.
I personally do not want to post my face because I do not, you know, I value my privacy on the internet. I value, I don't need to, you know, I don't need to put a face to the VTuber because I'm a, you know, I'm a lemon, so.
Yeah, that makes sense. Do you think you would ever do any sort of, like, convention appearances or anything like that?
Only if it's on one of those, like, roll tablet things. I wouldn't go IRL. I don't like conventions. I have crippling social anxiety. The last time I went to a convention, I hyperventilated and
oh yikes. Well, I'm glad you recovered. I'm glad you're doing okay.
Conventions aren't necessarily my thing, and they smell bad because nobody wears deodorant at conventions. Because apparently, you know, no one's ever fucking heard of it. They should start selling deodorant at the fucking entrance so people are forced to wear it. Because it smells terrible in there.
I suddenly forgot how to draw hair for some reason. I had a question. I forgot what it was. Goddamn. Okay, classic question. Well, what made you want to start streaming in the first place? Because I know you've been doing it for a while. I assume you recall what your, like, original inspiration was all that time ago. Did you just click go live?
I really don't think I had any inspiration when it came to streaming.
Really?
I mean, I'd been doing YouTube before that.
Oh, what were you doing?
Just stupid YouTube videos. Nothing special. And then one day I just decided, you know, why not give live streaming a try? So I did that, and now I'm here.
And the rest is history.
Pretty much, yeah.
So you say that you just did like stupid YouTube videos. Is there like anything in particular, like any videos you recall that you did, or was it just like whatever came to mind, like video essays?
No, I wish to not specify what I made. I'd rather leave that in the past.
Fair enough. Yeah, absolutely. How long? So were you doing it for like any sort of amount of time?
Probably like a year or two.
Oh, okay, slay. Well, I'm glad you found like the type of content creation that you want to do. Do you do any sort of like offline content now?
No. I don't dabble in that anymore. It's I'm not good at editing, you know. I don't think I'd be that good at making YouTube videos, so I just stick to my streaming.
That's valid.
And, you know, make stream highlights or clips or whatever. I find that's a lot easier than making YouTube videos.
Oh yeah, that's definitely valid. Do you see yourself ever making any sort of like offline content in the future? Like
no.
Trying to learn how to edit now?
No.
Fair enough.
I do not.
Well, how's the clip editing? Like, how'd you get into doing that? Like, do you edit your own clips?
I don't edit them. No, I pay somebody else to edit them for me because I can't edit for shit.
Ah.
So I just pay my editor to do it for me because I'd rather have someone who has experience in doing it rather than me doing it and having it look like garbage.
That's awesome. I'm glad you're able to outsource it. I imagine it leaves a lot of time for you to do other things.
You think so?
Does it not?
You think so? Not really, no.
What?
Not really. I'm too busy doing other things.
Like what? You got any like hobbies or anything? Or are we doing like behind the scenes like streaming stuff?
It's mostly just stream prep stuff that I usually focus on the most.
What kind of stuff are we prepping?
I don't really. Outside of that, you know, I don't really do much. I don't have the time during the day to do things.
That's valid. Well, you don't have any like hobbies or anything?
I collect Transformers, but that's pretty much the only hobby I have. I don't do anything outside of VTubing and that.
That's fun. How long have you been doing that?
3 to 4 years, I want to say now. Maybe even more.
What made you want to start doing that?
I don't know, I just enjoyed it. It just became my hyperfixation, and I haven't been able to quit it, so...
Was it something that you, like, did as a kid, or, like, what's it called? Was it, like, something that... Did you, like, consume Transformers content, like, as a kid? And it was just like, yes, I want more of this now. Yeah,
basically. I've always been a fan of them. I just never really had the money to collect them. But now that I'm an adult, and I have adult money, I can collect them now.
Hell yeah. If you had, like, all of the adult money to do any sort of hobby that you want, what would it be?
Probably just transforming and VTubing. They're really the only two things that I enjoy doing.
You would just pour all of it into Transformer stuff and VTubing stuff?
Basically, yeah.
Oh yeah. It's good to know what you like. Hell yeah. Is that something that you would ever want to, like, combine with your VTubing? Like, showing off your collection or doing something, like, Transformers related, like, in your streams?
I prefer to keep them separate. I talk about it. I do talk about it a little bit, so off, like, you know, but I much prefer to keep it separate.
For sure. Hey, 𝒆𝒂𝒂𝒅𝒚, welcome in. Hello, hello, welcome. Hope you're having a good night so far. Ooh, I do have a question. If you could be any other fruit, what would you be?
I wouldn't be any other fruit.
None? Not even just for, like,
None.
a day?
No.
Dang.
I will always be a lemon.
Speaking of being a lemon, I know that you got, your most recent model was rigged by 𝒊𝒂𝒂𝒍𝒐𝒈𝒖𝒆, who's a very well-known rigger and, like, VTuber in the community. How did that happen? Like, how'd you get that set up? What was the process like? I'm really curious about how that whole thing went down.
I said, hi, can you rig my model? She said yes, and now we're here. There really was no process behind it. I just asked if she had commissions open, and she said yes. And when my model art was finished, I commissioned her to rig it. So here we are. There's really no story behind it.
Awesome. I don't know. I just asked because I'm a big fan.
She's very sweet. She is very sweet. For the time that I got to know her. Unfortunately, I do have to get this model re-rigged.
Oh, what? How come?
Because she doesn't do commissions anymore, which is completely understandable because burnout is a thing. And you know that's completely fine. I understand. So I had to get this model completely redone. So eventually we'll get there.
Is it just for, like, updates or anything like that, or?
The reason I'm getting it redone is because I got new stuff for it, and obviously we can't rig it, so I got to get it redone by another rigger. And you know, it's like I said, it's perfectly fine. I'm perfectly content with doing that. There's nothing wrong with that. You know, if you feel you're reaching burnout, you feel you're reaching burnout. I have no issues with it.
Yeah, so you have, like, new assets for it? Are you releasing anything secret special soon?
No. It's just a bunch of stuff that I wanted to get added to it. nothing special or anything.
Mm-hmm.
Just some funny bits.
Like any like emotion toggles or like hand poses?
Hand poses and some emotions. That's basically it.
Oh, fun. Are you gonna do any sort of like? I assume you're not gonna do like a celebration for it, but I figured I'd ask. Might as well
I'm
ask.
not.
Well, I can't wait to see it. What made you want to like get that stuff done? You just figured
Felt
time
like
for
it. But just felt like it.
But no, that's so real. Sometimes I just feel like it.
Like, I know I'm not giving like the most in-depth answers. This is like the problem with interviews because like I'm so eager to do them, but then I give like the most mundane and plain answers. Like there's no backstory to anything. It's just like I felt like it. I felt like it, so I did it. You know, it's not. There's no. There's no real like exciting adventure behind why I do the things I do. It's just I felt like it.
Well, I certainly find it admirable that you just kind of do what you want, because there's a like I know personally I have a lot of, I don't want to speak for every single VTuber, but it is a pretty common thing for me. You know what? For this, I'm just gonna speak on myself and then just imply that like other people experience this too. That people just give them like have their own like they're their own obstacle of like, oh well, what if this doesn't work? What if that doesn't work? What if people don't like this? What if people don't like that? And they just limit themselves. And I do this a lot where I have things that I want to do and I'm just afraid to for whatever reason. But I could really appreciate the attitude of just like, yeah, fuck, we ball. Just do it, bro. You know? Is that just like an attitude that you've always had of just like just do first?
Not always, but I've kind of grown into it.
So is it something that you've like actively worked towards?
Not really.
To be able to like do things?
It kind of just happened. The attitude,
well, that's awesome.
The attitude just kind of formed.
Mm-hmm. Have you like observed what I'm saying of like people not wanting to do things for like self-imposed limits that they put on themselves?
No. I'm running at like 25% right now. So I'm
that's
kind of only acknowledging the questions that you're asking me.
Okay. How does it feel, Australia? How does it feel to Australia?
How does it feel? Australia feels good. It feel good, Australia.
Feel good, Australia. Do you bond with anybody because you're both from Australia, or do you like find yourself isolated because you're from Australia and a lot of VTubers aren't?
It's a half situation.
Mm-hmm.
Because I have bonded with people from Australia, like Mumu. I know Mumu IRL now, because of streaming, which I'm very thankful for.
Oh, that's awesome.
But a lot of my other friends are mostly like in America, so you know, it's kind of hard to really properly bond with them. And even the ones like in Australia, like our time zones our times don't really align because
because Australia has like 5 fucking time zones. Can you explain that? What is up with that? Why do you guys have half-hour different time zones? I think that's so stupid. I'm not like shitting on you in particular. I want to know if you think that's dumb too, because I heard that and I was like, hey, knock it up. Knock it up, Australia.
I don't know why we do the things we do. We just do it.
Are there like secret Australia things that you learned in Australia school of like, yeah, here's why the toilets flush backward?
I don't know. I didn't really pay attention much in school.
But would you have you ever seen like being in Australia as any sort of like setback in terms of like opportunities because of like the time differences? Is that something that you've had to like work to combat?
Not really. I mean, collabs can be difficult sometimes, but most of the time, I manage.
Mm-hmm. Well, tell me more. How do you manage? Because for instance, I won't say exactly what time it is for you right now unless you want to, but I know it's early.
It's 10:30 in the morning right now.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I manage by asking, hey, can you stream at this time? And they're like, yes. That's how I manage it. I just ask.
That's valid.
And if they say no, then they say no. You know, it's really, there's really nothing to it.
Mm-hmm. Well, you say that, but that's the sort of thing, personally, that would put me in a coma of, like, asking to make things easier for myself. So I almost said condemn. The total opposite of that. I commend you for being able to ask, just like, hey, this is something that would help me participate in this thing. Can you accommodate for this thing so I can participate? That's really cool. That's something that, like, people struggle with. And I personally, I think that's really cool.
10:30 is basically halfway through the day. I stream at 2 in the morning.
You every day? Why? Is it because of time zones, or is that just when you're up?
It's because of time zones.
So
I stream at 2 a.m. in the morning. So
you
this is
start
like,
at 2 a.m.?
I start at 2 a.m. and go till 6 a.m. So.
What the fuck? Well, you said have it what? Well, you just said that you don't make any, like, different changes or anything like that, but you get up you do 2 a.m. to 6 a.m. just because the majority of your audience lives in the States? That's crazy! Talk about that!
I've always done that. I've always streamed at late times. That's how it's always been.
Mm-hmm. Well, I commend you.
I just found that it works better for me to stream at times like that.
Mm-hmm. Has it been difficult at all in terms of, like, maintaining a sleep schedule or anything like that?
Nah. I just sleep like 4 hours before stream.
Oh dang.
And then I wake up for stream, and then I go back to bed.
Mm-hmm.
It's nothing. You know, it's not bad. It's manageable. It's manageable.
Mm-hmm. Has your stream schedule always been like that, or is that something like that you've done within the last few years?
The 2 a.m. thing is pretty recent because I found out that that is when I hit my peak, and partner pushing, you kind of need to hit the peak.
Mm-hmm.
So I found that streaming at that time works a lot better when it comes to that.
Yeah.
But most of the time, my stream schedule has been like very, very late at night for me, early morning.
Mm-hmm. Which, speaking of, I am very curious to hear about, because I've never partner pushed. I don't know a lot of people who have partner pushed, so I'm curious to hear sort of like what goes into it, what it's all about, like when do you decide to do that sort of thing, and what are your thoughts going into it and all that stuff?
You're not gonna believe my answer. It's
you just did it.
I just did it. It's just fuck it, we ball.
Well, what was there any particular number that you got to and you're like, okay, now we're at like blah 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 viewers, it's partner time?
Nah, just fuck it, we ball.
Nah, just fuck it, we ball.
Just fuck it, we ball. You know, what's the worst that could happen? The worst that could happen is I don't get it. You know, that's it. There's literally no harm in trying.
No, that's so real. I like that mindset of like there's no harm in trying. The worst they can say is
people say, oh, you should have such and such number to partner push. It's like, not really. You don't need to. Like yeah, I mean, having such and such number might be helpful, sure, but at the end of the day, I believe that you can partner push whenever you want to.
Yeah.
You know? Maybe not when you're just starting, though. Like,
yeah,
if you literally just start and you've got like 0 viewers, maybe don't partner push then. But I feel when you're well established, then it's probably, you know, then it's worth giving it a shot.
Yeah, no, for sure.
But at the end of the day, I feel that it's entirely up to you whether or not you feel you're able to do it or you're not able to do it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, don't do it if you think it's going to take a toll on you. You know, only do it when you're ready to do it. I'm just saying, you know, I just have the fuck it we ball attitude.
Yeah.
You know, I know that not everybody has that attitude. Don't follow in my footsteps if you don't have that attitude. Don't be like me if you don't have that attitude.
Do you have any tips for someone who, like, wants to have that attitude? I know it's like, it wasn't a conscious effort for you, but if you were to, like, attempt to sort of pinpoint the thoughts you had when you started thinking that way to maybe help others to adopt that mindset more intentionally, what would you tell them?
There's really no definitive answer on that. You know, you kind of just have to have, like, I guess, the right experiences to gain that sort of mindset. I'm not going to go into details because a lot of those experiences are quite traumatic for me.
For sure. Yeah, no, I totally get it.
But you know, at the end, it really depends. You know, it really depends.
For sure. Okay. Well, I have some sort of a semblance of a sketch down, and we're getting close to our first ad time. So what we're gonna do is in a minute here, when I'm done with this train of thought in doodling terms, like train of thought as in like what I'm drawing right now, we're gonna take a very, very quick break. What I like to do is, which I'm sure is common among VTubers, is that I will take a break for a few minutes at the top of every hour to let our ads go so that nobody ever misses anything, which I prefer personally. So we're gonna do that in just a few minutes, but we'd like to also take that time to do something to take care of ourselves, whether it's eating a eat or drinking a drink or petting a pet or something like that. We'll be doing that in just a minute. But yeah, okay, I lied. Here's what we got so far. I got an lemon head. Trying to figure out how big your head is, like, in proportion to mine. It's yeah, there. I think I got it. Yeah, there we go. Lemon. Okay, cool. So we got me, and we got a lemon. Boom. Okay. A lemon.
There was a question up here for me that I didn't read.
Oh yeah.
Where is it? What's your favorite Transformers series and why is it Beast Wars? It's not Beast Wars. My favorite is Transformers Prime. Fight me.
What's Beast Wars?
Beast Wars is a Transformers TV series that released in the 90s. Supposed to be a sequel series to the original cartoon, which follows the Maximals and the Predacons, who are the descendants of the Autobots and the Decepticons, who get thrown back in time to prehistoric Earth to find the golden discs that hold the knowledge of things. It's complicated stuff.
Bro, they're going back in time to the first Thanksgiving to get turkey off the menu? That's crazy.
Yes, basically that is the plot, pretty much. It's basically the plot of Freebird, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so we're gonna take that break really quick. I gotta fill up my water bottle. But yeah, do something to take care of yourselves. We will be right back. Don't go anywhere.
Can Ghosty Boy have any critical flavor? And a neck PLZ.
Ah! Hello! Can Ghosty Boy have any critical flavor? Citrical. Oh, citrical flavor. Citrical? Is that a word?
Citrical?
Yeah.
I have no idea if that's a word or not. Not gonna lie.
But you have to know everything related to citruses.
That's just racist.
What? Damn. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
Now you're just being racist.
No! I'm sorry.
Just because I'm a citrus, it means I have to know everything about citruses. Is that?
No,
you're
so right. You're so right. You're so right. I'm so sorry.
Damn.
My apologies. I'm so sorry. How many citrus puns do you get? Like citrus/lemon puns?
All of them. Doesn't even have to be citrus puns. I just get all the puns all the time, and I don't know why.
What? I think you do know why.
No, I don't know why.
Because you're a lemon.
It's not even because I'm a lemon. Like the puns like don't even have to be lemon related. It just keeps happening.
What's the most like unrelated pun?
I don't know. There's been so many. I can't really think of one off the top of my head.
No, that's so real. It was as soon as I posted the my like stream announcement. Hang on, I gotta go into my Discord to read. I gotta read this to you because you're not in my Discord, I don't think. So I'm gonna read to you. I'm gonna read all the puns.
Oh boy.
When life gives you lemons, sit down and have an interview stream with them. And also have your scientist invent a combustible lemon. Which I was gonna do something related to like when life gives you lemons, like for a stream title, but I couldn't think of anything that was like not long. But anyway, when life gives you lemons, use them to burn down life's house. That's what Cave Johnson Aperture Science taught me. Now that's so real. Portal joke. Portal joke. Portal joke.
Yeah, I get a lot of those.
Hell yeah. Though to be fair, Hyper in the server, I'm calling you out. Hyper said how many lemon jokes are allowed, and I said all of them as a joke. But they've been pretty tame, so I'm proud of you guys. I'm proud of you guys for keeping it real. Much appreciated. I'm sure someone appreciates it.
Yeah.
Did you know that was coming when you decided to become sentient? Because you didn't decide to become a lemon, but you did decide to become sentient.
Oh, I didn't decide to become sentient.
Oh yeah, no you didn't. I suppose not.
Did I expect the puns? Kind of. I kind of expected them. Not to this degree, but I did, kind of expect them at least a little bit.
You underestimate the punniness of the average Twitch chatter.
Yeah, it would seem that way.
Do you have any regrets? Any regrets?
Any regrets?
Did you let like one too many a lemon joke slide?
Nah. Because if I stop letting them do that, then they're just gonna fucking bitch and moan about it. So I might as well just let them go.
That's fair. That's fair. So what I'm hearing is that if your chat bitches and moans, they can get whatever they want.
They know if they bitch and moan enough, I'll give in. That's why they do it.
Lesson learned. Okay, writing it down. Speaking of, what sort of dynamic would you say you have with your chat?
Oh, my chat hates me. I feel like they only watch my streams just to bully me.
Okay, speak on that.
They don't actually like me. They just like to bully me.
What? I'm sure they like you plenty.
I don't know. Sometimes I feel like it's more of a toleration relationship rather than an actual liking relationship.
Yeah, no, I get that. I think my chat only likes me because I'm adjacent to Ghosty Boy, and they keep advocate for my little sidekick over here on my table. They keep insisting that he get a neck, and I feel like every stream is just all of them advocating to give him a neck.
Why does he need a neck?
So that he can wear a bunny suit. And clothing. You remember that wedding dress, say yes to the dress thing you did? That, I think it was like last year.
Yeah.
Like you, like people drew wedding dress designs and then you rated them.
Yes, I do remember that, yeah.
I drew my submission for that on stream, and then I was gonna draw myself in it, and then as an April, I don't know if it was an April Fool's prank, but it was some sort of prank. I added Ghosty Boy's head to it. And so now everybody is like, oh, well, you drew him in a wedding dress. He should get a neck. If he can wear that, he can wear a bunny suit. You need to give him a neck so that he can have shoulders, so that he can wear this. So really, it's your fault, is all I'm trying to say.
It's all your fault.
It's all your fault. But yeah, it's those like recurring gags. Do you have anything like that where it's just like a recurring gag that just repeats every stream? That either drives you to insanity or is just neutral.
I tend to try and not let jokes repeat themselves, because I am the type of person to think that jokes do get old eventually, and to the point where they become annoying. So I try not to let them run for too long.
That's valid. That's valid.
But you know, the ones that I'm normally fine with are like, you know, the Cave Johnson one, or you know, the whole lemon grab theme, because people think I'm related to lemon grab, and I'm not. Like I'm not.
That was gonna be my next question. Oh fuck.
Yeah, no relation.
You've seen Adventure Time though.
Yes, I have seen Adventure Time. Yes.
What did you think of it in terms of lemon representation? Do you think it's like actively detrimental to your reputation as a lemon?
Yes, it is, because now because everyone thinks we're cannibals.
Ugh. Well, I mean, you can peel yourself, and you do it pretty frequently, so that does raise a few questions.
No, my chat peels me. I don't do it.
Oh. Can't they like take a bite out of you too? Oh.
Yes, they can.
Which I actually have a question about that. So that it's taking a bite out of the rind, but like not the flesh. So like, how does that work?
I don't know.
Is there an explanation?
No.
No, that's real. That's real. What made you decide to have that toggle? Because was that just like you were just brainstorming what kind of stuff would be funny and that's what came up, or was it like a joke someone made that you decided to take to the next level? Yeah, no, it's just funny. That's so real.
That and like, you know, I always make the joke, can your Oshi peel their skin off or something, and then I just do that.
That's what I should have called. Another title I almost called the stream was like, you can peel this VTuber or something like that.
You don't see Iron Mouse peeling her skin off. You know?
That's what sets you apart, for real.
That's what sets me apart from the bigger creators. They don't peel their skin off. I'm not afraid to.
Yeah.
You know.
Is it like a redeem that you have? Or is it just something you do for funsies?
It's a redeem.
What kind of other, like, specifically lemon redeems do you think he could do? Just like brainstorming off the dome.
Here's the thing. A lot of the ones that I've had ideas for are very, very tricky to do like in actuality.
Uh-huh.
On paper,
They're tough to execute.
they sound fine, but you know they're tough to actually do.
Like, what's your dream one that like is not feasible but would be really cool if you could get it to work?
I probably like squishing my head and then just like a bunch of juice coming out.
Oh, what? That's so easy.
Cool.
I can absolutely envision that.
But
just from a rigging standpoint, that sounds like just a deformer thing, or you can just like just.
I'm very picky though when it comes to that kind of thing. I need to make sure everything is like right. I'm like when it comes to like artwork and rigging for my model, I'm very picky. Everything has to be a certain way, otherwise I'm not happy with it, you know?
That's valid. I hope I meet your standards.
It's fine if it's like commission work or fan art. Like I'm very lenient towards that. Like if I commission an illustration or something, and I'm very, I'm a lot more lenient towards it. But if they miss like crucial details, obviously I'm gonna say something.
Oh, for sure. You know, as someone who takes commissions, I definitely value that.
Like I've had a lot of people draw my hat wrong.
Yeah, you did that for me one time. I forgot that the band was on the top instead of the bottom. What made you decide to do that?
Well, it's not a band. Like the entire top of my hat is white.
Oh, cool.
It's not a band.
Interesting. I didn't know that.
As why I did it, it's different. That's why I did it.
I also did want to ask, so I know that like your stuff has stayed fairly consistent. Well, not fairly. It's been consistent. Yeah, it's been consistent like throughout your time of like streaming and being a lemon and all that stuff. But I did notice like a few changes in your design from like, for instance, the reference you gave me versus, oh, thank you for the reminder. I did not save. When you got your most recent model, like for instance, like your eyes being like a different shape. I know that your like freckles are a little more prominent now. Like stuff like that.
The eyes were pretty recent because they came from a piece of fan art that I got. I really liked the way it looked, so I had to ask the artist, hey, can I use this in my official design? And they were like, yeah.
That's
so now
very
I have
cool.
the lemon slices in my eyes, and the freckles was something that I wanted because I have freckles in real life, so I wanted to depict that on my model a bit more, and plus, you know, it just makes it look a lot better. It's less flat.
For sure. But yeah, I like those like little tiny tweaks that, especially when they come from like other artists' interpretations, because I know a big reason, because I went through redesign recently, that the way that other people interpret my design was like a very big part of what I decided to change. Like for instance, like my hair. Like I used to draw it a certain way, but then people kept interpreting my little like front pieces as bangs, but they weren't at the time. And I was like, you know what? If this is how everyone else is interpreting it, it would probably look better as bangs. Or like people would draw, like they would draw something a certain way, and it'd be like, you know what? That makes a lot more sense. And then I would just do that instead. So I definitely appreciate like that attention to like other people's interpretation of it. It's really cool. And that there's like that willingness to like to like update some stuff and to like add things that other people interpret, like the eyes. It's really cool. It's a nice attention. It's a nice little detail.
Yeah.
Is there anything that you think you would change in your design now?
No.
Completely, everything is perfect.
everything is perfect now. I don't see myself changing my design anytime soon, unless it's like, you know, a new outfit.
Ooh, what kind of outfit would you get if you wore a new outfit? Would it be something casual, or would it be like a costume?
I have one in mind. I'm not gonna share what it is yet, though, but I do have one.
No spoilers.
I do have one in mind. No spoilers.
No spoilers. Is that gonna be something? Can you tell us when that'll be? If it's like a near future thing, or if it's like in conception still?
When I have money, because I'm fucking broke.
That's so real. You're so real for that.
So it's when I have the money to afford it.
Real. Oh, someone also asked earlier, like early on in the stream on YouTube, how you stay fresh. How do you stay fresh?
I shower? I don't fucking know. I don't know how I'm supposed to answer that.
Like as a lemon, how do you stay fresh?
Oh,
how do you not go bad?
Lots of skincare products.
Skincare. Oh my god. Hell yeah. That's so real. Okay. I'm trying to add little I'm adding lemonade. When you get interview Lemon Vtuber, lemonade.
Yeah.
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 Okay. I have a couple more. These are like my standard questions. This is the like standard portion where it's stuff that I like is consistent throughout all of my interviews. Are you ready?
Uh-huh.
Okay. So a question that I ask every single one of my guests is, what does doodling mean to you?
Doodling mean?
Yeah, like doodle dialogues. What does doodling mean to you?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how to answer that.
Like what do you consider to be doodling? I know you're not, like, you don't draw. I assume you don't, but like what would you consider doodling to be?
Drawing? I don't know.
Fair enough. Okay. This next question is from it's actually from our previous guest. Again, you don't draw, so if you don't have an answer for it, that's okay. Just give us your best shot. If you could paint with any historical figure, alive or dead, who would it be and what would you paint together?
Yeah, I can't answer that one.
Fair enough. Okay, well, how about instead of painting, it's just like hanging out? And like, what would you do together?
I don't really think I would hang out with anybody.
No one at all? Not even
not really.
like an IRL friend, like someone who's like in the States who you want to meet up with?
You said historical figure.
Okay. Well, let's make it a question you can answer then. If you could hang out with anyone, what would you do and who would it be, alive or dead?
Alive with... I don't know. Don't know.
Okay. Okay, well, I would appreciate it if you could give me a question to ask our next guest, since that question was actually from our previous guest, Guppy, from a couple weeks ago. Damn, Lemon don't want to hang out with me.
I hang out with you all the time.
Admitted, right? Admitted live. That's crazy. I was there.
I'm not good with on the spot things.
That's what an interview is.
A question for the next guest. I might have to get back to you on that one.
Okay, well, once you come up with one, if you could message it to me, that would be very great.
Yeah, I'll do that.
But yeah, so those are all my questions for you. I know you have to go nap. Or just, like, sleep. Do you have any other, like, words of wisdom? Or, like, parting words or anything like that? Anything you got planned for the future?
Snitches get stitches. Oh. I don't know. I don't really have anything else.
Fair enough. You know what? Snitches get stitches. That's so real. But yeah, thank you so much for joining us. I really appreciate it. Be sure to check.
Thank you for having me.
Be sure to check out Lemon. They are partner pushing right now. We are still gonna be live. I'm gonna be finishing up this line art for a little bit. But be sure to check out Lemon. They're very cool, very awesome, very slay. But yeah, you're free. Thank you so much for having this dialogue with me. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, of course. Have a great start to your day, because your day literally just started. LOL.
I've only had like 3 hours of sleep. So
oh my god. Go take a nap or something. Go sleep.
I plan on it. Bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye. Have a good one. Okay, guys, we need to find someone to fill this spot. We need to... Who are we putting in this spot? Let's put Ghosty Boy in this spot. Oh, I forgot to ask what inspired them to be a streamer. Ah, frick! I'll refund those. But... guys, be sure to check out Lemon. Hang on, let's put Ghosty Boy... How about this? We'll put Ghosty Boy in this spot. And I'll ask you guys questions. Does that sound good? Does that sound good? I think that's a really good idea. Look, see, I even brought down the microphone as, like, all the way down here. It's, like, floating and shit. Look at that. Look. There it is. It's... wow. That's so crazy. 3 owls. Me when 3 owls of sleep. Oh my god, guys, what inspired you to be Twitch chat members? What made you want to be a Twitch chat? Or a YouTube? If you're on YouTube, what made you want to be a YouTube? That's crazy. Oh my god. Wow, well met. Well met. Good answer, good answer! Loneliness. No, that's so real. I appreciate that Twitch is a place where you can kind of just find like-minded people, you know, and just like find people that you can hang out with. Finding of Isaac streams made you make a Twitch account to follow. That's so nice. I'm honestly really humbled by that you would make an account on a whole ass platform just to follow me and watch my streams. That's so fucking awesome. That's so cool. It would be so awesome. It would be so cool. Hell yeah. I'm probably gonna switch over to... I'm gonna switch over to our gaming screen, actually, so that you guys can see a little bit better. You found me because of Bendy the Egg Machine, and I find your commentary to be enjoyable. Hell yeah, that's awesome. That's very cool. I'm glad you found my commentary to be enjoyable, because a lot of the time, I just don't find... I find it difficult to be enjoyable, I guess. I don't know, if that makes sense. I just feel like I'm yapping out my butt. I don't know. Oh, you'll need to make an update, yeah. My bad, LOL. I'm gonna add that later, but I'm gonna do a little bit of coloring. We probably won't be live for too much longer. Oh, I forgot to ask for someone to raid. Does anyone in Lemon's community have any, like, who does Lemon normally raid? So we can find someone who you guys hang out with, so we can meet people. You why? How about you die? I'll go 100 miles an hour. This thing doesn't, this reference sheet doesn't have some of the updates, so I kind of have to guess, but it's okay. In my Bergen truck, it seems you're out of luck. We'll find someone regardless, but yeah. Color is... I think it's that color, right? Yeah. Fuck. Damn! Is this satisfying or what? Subnautica 2. I think it's interesting. I like how it's like a horror game without meaning to be a horror game. You know what I mean? I think it's really cool. I think it's really neat. I don't know if I would play it, but I don't see why I wouldn't, but yeah. Do we think it's gonna be like completely different from the original, or is it more just like a glorified update? Like, is the plot different? Because there was a plot, right? I thought there was. Okay. There's multiplayer and a new story. Awesome! Oh, that's so cool. I think whether I would play it would probably depend on how many other people I know who have it. Because I wouldn't want to play it too much by myself. It's probably something I would mostly play with other people at first anyway. But yeah. Also, I did want to say this, this stream is probably, this Doodle Deluxe is probably gonna be shorter than usual, obviously, but just so I give at least some kind of warning. But we all wish Lemon good rest. Good rest, big rest. I wonder how, like, different the story is gonna be. If it's like a completely new thing, or if it's like a like an anthology sort of thing where it's completely new, or if it's just like, oh, this person is on a new adventure and it's the same thing but it's a new adventure. You know what I mean? Yeah, no, I know little to nothing about Subnautica, so it seems really cool. It seems really neat. It does also seem very spooky, scary skeletons. Though it's not... Is it even technically classified as a horror game? I don't know. I know that people consider it like a scary game, but I don't even know if it's technically considered one. Like by classification or anything like that. Hi, 𝒂𝒅𝒚. Hello, hello. You don't think so? That's fascinating, because it's like, it's such a, like, a famously scary game, and it's not even a horror game. Isn't that crazy? How something that's not even in the genre that it is just, like, really well known in that genre. Like how really bad horror movies are really known as comedies. You know? I find that interesting. Beep bop boop boop bop boop bop beep. Yeah, it's because the community finds it scary. Me too, because I mean it's a pretty I wouldn't call it like, I don't know if it's a common phobia, but it is a phobia that is well known, like of like being afraid of the ocean. Or like what's in the ocean. Or like how it's not really afraid of the dark, it's what's in the dark, you know? Poetic. Beep boop, beep boop. What is going on? There we go. Lately I've been liking... Thank you for the hydrate. I actually have my water bottle. Hi, Dingo! I actually like... Actually, that's not what I was gonna say. I was gonna say I actually added my stickers to my 𝒂𝒂𝒄𝒂 finally. I wasn't going to at first. And then I saw them today while I was organizing stuff. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do it. Because, I have... Those of you who don't know, I have the Rapunzel 𝒂𝒂𝒄𝒂. And it comes with stickers. And at first I didn't put them on because I didn't want to mess it up or anything like that. But I saw them. I got this, like... I got museum putty, which is this clear gel. It's kind of like sticky tack, but museums use them for their exhibits. They put them on, like, on their figures and like their vases and things like that, so that they don't wobble. And people can buy it and use it to like keep their figures up and things like that. And I have I got it for my floating shelves. Which actually, they serve another purpose, because, like, here, this is my wall. This is my wall, and then this is the hook, and then this is my, shelf. So, like, this is a side view. So my shelves kind of, like, go down a little bit. So what I did was, on my shelf, I got a pencil. So on the back of my shelf, there are my hooks. I got a pencil and I put museum gel. So there's the museum gel and then my pencil. And the pencil keeps it up. So I put it here and it keeps it upright. And it stays because of the gel. It's like a paste. Like putty. So that's what I did. And I feel so smart for that. That's like the smartest thing I've ever done, I think. A Rapunzel what? An 𝒂𝒂𝒄𝒂. An 𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒄𝒂. It's a water bottle. It's my water bottle. My 𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂. I've talked about it. I've talked about it at length. Ad nauseum. I love my 𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂. I recently learned the term ad nauseum, and I love it now. I'm just gonna merge that. Yeah, fuck it. There we go. Ooh, I did forget to mention. So we were talking about the vitamin V awards. I actually drew the logo for it. Ow! Oh fuck, that was my shoulder. And I forgot to talk about VSlice too. Oh my god. That's the Vtuber group that Lemon runs. I made the logo for that too. And I made this was the first time I like got the hang of animating emotes was when I animated the trophy emotes for the Vitamin V Awards. And they were very cool, and I'm very proud of them. I'm probably... Yeah, I'm probably gonna finish coloring this. And then I'm gonna call it a night for tonight. I know it was a short stream, my apologies. We're not done yet, but... apologies anyway. Beep, 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 beep. And also, I appreciate all you Lemlins coming in from Lemon's channel. I really appreciate it. It's nice to meet you guys. Nice to meet you too. Hell yeah! You know, I love meeting new people. It's a really big reason I do this in the first place is to meet, like, other communities and other people. Which, if any of you guys who don't know me want to ask me questions, I know you guys were the interviewees for a second. But if you want me to be the interviewee, you can ask me questions. I'm shocked you're not called lemmings. But that's not... Lemmings are like monkeys, aren't they? Wait, no. What the fuck is a lemming? I was thinking of lemurs. I was thinking of lemurs. Damn, that's crazy. Rodents. Yeah, I was on the right track. I was on the right track. I'm glad you guys learned about koalas today. It's the best water bottle to ever exist. Owala, please sponsor me. Please, please, please. Oh, fuck. I feel like I'm solving a puzzle of, like, where... What? That was weird. Weird. There we go. Okay. So a lemming is a rodent. I don't think I've ever seen a lemming. It'd be funny if your mascot was... If their mascot was like a lemming, but it was like a lemon lemming. So it's like... a lemming, but like with one M. That'd be silly. Guys, I'm a genius. How the fuck? Okay. Sometimes the autofill is just redonkulous, I think. In my personal opinion. I also feel like I've gotten better at drawing, like, splatters since debuting this design. Or, like, since drawing this design in general. Maybe not that. Okay. Okay. I'm going to color this lemonade glass. For a second, I was like, what color should I make it? Lemon colored. Ah. Suddenly, I know nothing about lemons. Pink lemonade! Ooh! Is this part darker? Which part is darker? Okay. I think I'll make mine pink lemonade, because realistically, I would only ever drink pink lemonade. I just don't drink any other kind of lemonade. Yeah. You love the Undertale music? Thank you! I always listen to Undertale music during my art streams. I typically during Doodle dialogues, I'll ask my guests what their favorite game is, so that I can have that music, but I was not able to get an answer out of Lemon, so I just did Undertale. Which is totally fine. Like, people can not have, like, favorite game soundtracks. I totally understand. I don't really have one if it... I wouldn't have one if it wasn't Undertale. What? Should I make this overlay? Something like that? Maybe like soft light? Idea. And then we're just gonna erase everything but the straw. Me smarty pants. Yes. Okay. Boom. Wait, no. Actually, I know so many have good OSTs. I love A Hat in Time. That's a really good one. A Hat in Time is a really good one. Wait, no, fuck. Okay, boom. There we go. And then we'll just add a clipping layer, and then we'll make it pink for this one. And then the other one will be pink. Bloom Tower and Mare May Not. I have not heard of either of those. What are those about? That's very cool. Mutagenics, Ultra Kill, and Look Outside are also good. Whoa. Dude, I've not heard of any of these. This seems more orange than yellow. Okay. We're gonna make this... There's literally one called Lemonade! Okay, well, obviously I have to do that. That's really funny. Shit. Where do we... Let's put this over... Just kind of under everything, I guess. I'm like trying to visualize how this works. Okay, right. How does lemon work? Yeah, like that, right? Like Persona, but pixel art? That is a perfect way of explaining a game. That's awesome. The may or may not is a creepy, cozy game where you restore a haunted town. Whoa! Very cool. I gotta check those out. Let's make the inner segments darker. We can add some like little... What? There we go. Some little baby white dots as well. I do want to color the bands of the... Yeah. Or maybe darker, actually. There we go. So we have a lemonade. And then we're gonna do it again, but make it... I actually like that color a lot better. Hang on. How did that happen? We're gonna duplicate it twice, but then this one we're just gonna flatten. And we're just gonna flatten these both and merge them because I like the look of that one better. It feels much brighter. And then we're just gonna duplicate it one more time just to be safe. Just so I'll have this copy existing right here and then turn that off. Okay. Okay. I don't need to do much. I just need to like... I just need to make this pink. No! Wrong one. Okay. We want it to be like a rosy pink. I think that's good. And then I'm gonna make my straw. I'm gonna make my straw pink. Yeah. Ignore that ad break. We're not doing an ad break. What layer? There we go. Okay. Hi, Hyper. Welcome back. Hello, hello. We're actually gonna be ending here in the next few minutes. Look, I got some pink lemonade. Lemonade, lemonade. Hey, am I right? Ahaha. Okay. We got our lemonade. I'm gonna be incorporating them somehow. But we got our 2 lemonades. Look at that. Thank you. I forgot to save. But here is what we got so far. Ta-da! I hope you guys had fun. I know this was a shorter stream than usual, but yeah, thank you guys so much for being here anyway. I really appreciate it. Short and sweet. Hell yeah. But yeah, oh, thank you for that, Spisky. We're gonna find someone to raid. Maybe someone else is doing a talk show. I've actually never looked, funny enough. I've never looked for someone also doing a talk show. Ow. Sorry if that made that noise. Let's see. But yeah, to those of you who don't know me, hi, I'm Darla. I'm a digital artist. I play a lot of indie games, and this is episode 14 of the Doodle Dialogues. I host this show bi-weekly, so that means every 2 weeks. The next episode is going to be on May 31st, so that is 2 Sundays from now. On May 31st, we already have a guest lined up, so it's very exciting. But yeah. Those of you who are new here, thank you so much for hanging out and for taking a chance on me. I really appreciate it. And to those of you who are returning, thank you so much for continuing to hang out with me. It means a lot. I really appreciate it. I'm not sure when next stream is gonna be. This upcoming schedule is probably gonna be a little bit weird. But not in a bad way. But I am getting interviewed this week. I'm getting interviewed this Thursday. I'm getting interviewed this Thursday, so very exciting. More info on that will be released very, very soon. I don't see any VTubers doing, like, a podcast or a talk show. Maybe I'm not looking hard enough, but we'll find something. We'll find... Ooh! I know who to check out. Okay. We're gonna check out Checky Nyan-chan. They're doing a birthday bash. I saw they were doing a special event, so I thought it'd be fun to check them out. If you'd like to check out my socials, those are right here. But the one that I use the most is Twitter. I post there every day. And that's where you find my stream schedule, along with my Discord, if you'd like to join that. It's a lot of fun. We have a lot of fun over there. But yeah, I will see you guys when I see ya. Same doodle time, same doodle place. Here, we're gonna have that raid going out. Here's our raid message, so you can copy that. I don't know if it's a job interview or no, it's a streaming interview. I'm doing a streaming interview on Thursday. I'm going to be interviewed. I'm going to be a guest on a talk show. So more info on that soon. I won't be streaming that, but it'll be on their channel. But yeah, take care of yourselves. Go to bed if it's late for you, because it is late for me. And I will see you when I see ya. Bye-bye!